It's the blog segment. The blog. The blog.
Wow. Welcome back. Again, this is I love the music. It's just that's what gets me. Now, this segment, I'm going to give you the secret ingredient to solving IRS problems.
What?
There's
secret. I've got a secret.
Okay, and I talk about this. I don't know how much I talk about it in my book.
Domo
arigato, Mr. Roboto. In my book, I deal with your IRS problem today. But it certainly will be in my next book, which is really based on this radio show, and it's going to be in the title. I kind of came up with the title. We'll talk about that in a different segment. But what I want to talk about is that one secret ingredient. And I get this, I tell people this all the time. There's one secret ingredient. It's not the only ingredient you need, but it's the one secret ingredient that without which you cannot solve the problem. Okay, you cannot solve the problem without compliance. Okay, that is the secret ingredient. Because if you're not in compliance, they won't even talk to you. They being the IRS, they won't even discuss trying to solve your problem with you until you're in compliance.
They'll laugh you out of the room.
And then once you're in compliance, and then they work out an agreement with you, part of any agreement that you come up with, no matter what it is, whatever the agreement is, part of that agreement is that you're going to stay in compliance. And so I've kind of molded my practice not only around solving IRS problems, because that's important, right? Because you want to stop the hurt. You want to stop. Most people who come to see me have had this hurt for many, many years. It's not a couple of months, a 1 month or 2 month thing. Well, it's many years that's been festering for some time. Most people who hire me have hired somebody else or tried to do it themselves. Most of the time they try to do it themselves, and then they hire somebody else, and then they come to see me, and it's years later, and the hurt is real. And so the first thing we want to do is stop the hurt, and stopping the hurt involves compliance. So you got to get in compliance, and then you got to come up with some sort of plan. So whether it's an installment agreement or an offer in compromise or currently not collectible status, no matter what it is, part of the agreement is that you're going to stay in compliance moving forward. And I got to say, I preach compliance to my clients. Preach it, preach it, preach it. But sometimes they don't get it. They don't hear it. So I had the client just this week. Remember, the blog is usually I'm talking about something that's happened in my office. So I just solved this problem for them after they were being levied, and they were hitting him hard. They were taking all of his money, all of it. And we finally got him to stop the levy, and it was in February. Okay, so we got them to stop the levy. They came up with a plan. We went into the plan, and April came and they didn't file their tax return. Okay, well, we didn't have the money. We're gonna file it later, and just the same story that I hear all the time. But you're back to what you were doing. Now the problem isn't solved. Now we're right back where we were. Now he's already been levied. His wages have been levied. They're going to go after his wages just like this. Just snap. They go right back after him. Okay, so now that's at risk. Okay, and again, I preach it. I tell people, and then they say, well, I don't know why. And here's another thing that people do wrong. They call the IRS without telling me. Well, we called the IRS. We told them we couldn't make. No, never call the IRS. That's why you have an attorney. Have your attorney, and this is why it makes us different than everybody else. And this is really getting me going, because this is where we've changed, because when I started doing IRS problems, solving IRS problems, I was most like everybody else because I didn't know, because I didn't do them before. But I've learned, okay, because I've been doing this a long time. So I've learned that the secret of not only solving your IRS problem, because that a lot of people can do that. A lot of people do that themselves. Here's the thing: keeping it solved. Don't let it happen again. Okay, and that's where compliance comes in, and that's where having an open a door with an attorney, a professional, going forward will help you. Okay, because once most of these outfits, they fix your problem, they wash their hands of you. That's it. You're gone. You're out. They cut you loose. You're out on your own again to do exactly what you did the first time to get yourself in trouble.
That's what sets you above the rest. That really does.
And so we focus not only on solving your IRS problem, because that's only the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, solving the problem, stopping the hurt now is only the beginning. Solving the problem, and a lot of times, like, my clients are many are small business people, and they're having some, and it creates problems in their business. A lot of times, the IRS wants to shut them down. Okay, you need to protect your business with everything. Okay, that's your future there. That's the way you take care of your family. That's the way you're going to pay for your retirement. Everything's riding on that business making it. So you should focus like a laser beam to make that business successful. And you can do that even if you're having an IRS problem now. We can solve the IRS problem. We can keep it solved, and we can focus on making your business successful so you can live the life that you want to live, live the dreams that you've always had, and you know what's out there. That life is out there. You have to forge it. So find out where you are, solve the problem that you're facing right now, and then keep it solved. And then move forward to your business to make it succeed. And that's one thing that we talk about over and over and over again. It's not just fixing the IRS problem. It's fixing the IRS problem, keeping it fixed, and focusing on success in the future. It's so important.
And that's what sets Opem Tax Resolution above the rest. And not only that, you have a book that you can help people with just to get, if they're having an inclination of having a problem with the IRS. I'm starting to fall back on my tax. I'm starting to fall back. Boom, you got to get yourself a free copy. Deal with your IRS problem today.
And I agree with that, Jim. And it's also, if you've ever had an IRS problem, because what happens is, I just mentioned, I've had this IRS problem, and then I think it's solved, and then it's not. It comes back at me. So if you've ever had an IRS problem, get this book.
FreeIRSbook.com. You're going to be able to deal with your IRS problem today. Learn the secrets of solving your IRS problem with attorney Stephen A. Leahy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Opem Tax Resolution is there for you. 312-664-6649, and visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. It's going to be your hub to fight the IRS. Remember, he can't help you if you don't call, so you have to call today. Receive your free book. Sign up for the IRS Protection Plan. Get in compliance, because if you don't, the alternative is
stinks.
Terrible. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, listen to our sponsors and come right back here on AM560 the Answer.